All right, welcome. Get ready because today we're going to take a journey to the absolute edge of what we can see to uncover one of the universe's most mind-bending secrets.
I mean, really think about that. What if there are hidden realms out there? Massive cosmic structures, maybe even entire galaxies that are totally invisible to our best telescopes. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? Well, turns out it's one of the most incredible realities in all of modern astronomy.
So how do we find these hidden worlds? The key is understanding what you could call the universe's greatest illusion. It's a kind of cosmic trick of the light that lets us see things that, well, by all rights, should be completely hidden from view.
And look, we're not talking about actual magic here, no smoke and mirrors. The universe itself has this built-in mechanism, a fundamental property of physics that can literally bend, warp, and magnify light. It acts like a lens on a scale that is just impossible to imagine.
This whole thing actually has a name, and believe me, it's one of the most powerful tools astronomers have in their toolkit. So let's dig into how this natural cosmic magnifying glass actually works.
It's called gravitational lensing, and the concept is actually pretty simple, but it is so powerful. Just picture a huge galaxy cluster floating in space between us and some other super distant galaxy. The immense gravity of that closer cluster literally bends the light coming from the one in the background, focusing it and magnifying it just for us here on Earth.
So here's how it breaks down, basically in 4 steps. First, you've got light that's been traveling for maybe billions of years from some faraway source. Second, that light happens to pass by something incredibly massive, like a whole galaxy or a black hole. Third, the powerful gravity from that object actually bends the path of the light. And fourth, what we end up seeing isn't the original object itself, but a warped, magnified, or sometimes even multiple images of it.
But wait a minute, that brings up a huge question, right? How in the world do you bend light? Doesn't light always travel in a perfectly straight line? Well, not exactly.
You know, figuring this out required a complete rewrite of the rules. The old way of thinking, back with Newton, saw space as this rigid, unchanging stage where things just happened. But then Einstein walks onto the scene and just flips the whole table. He realized that massive objects don't just exist in space, they actually warp the very fabric of space-time itself. And light, it has no choice but to follow those curves.
The classic way to think about it is like this. Imagine space-time as a giant stretched-out trampoline. Now you take a heavy bowling ball, that's your galaxy or star, and you place it right in the middle. It creates a big dip, right? A curve in the fabric. So what happens if you try to roll a little marble past it? It's not going to go straight. Of course not. It's going to follow the curve made by the bowling ball. Light does the exact same thing.
Okay, so gravity bends light. Cool concept, right? But what's the big deal? Why does this really matter for us? Well, this is where it gets truly amazing. Because this cosmic lens is what lets us peer into the universe's most hidden corners. And I want to be super clear here. This isn't just some wacky theory. This is a proven method that astronomers are using like right now, every single day. They're finding things that are way too far, way too faint, or just plain dark. It's incredible. This cosmic illusion is one of our best tools for seeing reality.
So what have we actually found with this thing? Well, we've mapped out invisible dark matter just by seeing how its gravity warps light. We've seen some of the most distant galaxies ever from the dawn of the universe, their ancient light magnified just enough for us to catch. We can even spot tiny exoplanets around other stars from the way their gravity gives a little magnifying flash to the starlight. I mean, come on, that is a total game changer.
So, when you step back and look at the big picture, gravitational lensing isn't just some cool visual effect. It's a fundamental tool for understanding the entire cosmos on the deepest possible level. It really is like we found a cheat code for the universe. It lets us bypass the normal limits of our technology and get a peek at worlds and structures we would have no other way of knowing we're even there. It's almost like nature is giving us a little helping hand in our search for answers.
And that just leaves you wondering, doesn't it? As our telescopes get even better and we get smarter about using lensing, what else are we going to find? If this is what we've seen already, what other incredible hidden universes are still out there, just waiting in the dark for gravity's lens to bring them into the light?